Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Mrs. Anana Mariam, and our ENG 202 Advanced English Syntax, we are going to look at an important topic titled the Xbar Theory. The Xbar Theory. Yes, Xbar Theory. Now, before we go into the main topic of today, we would like to look at the introductory aspect of the lecture. Now, we should understand that grammar is an integral part of every language. Now, there are different types of grammars. We have the traditional grammar, we have the descriptive grammar, generative grammar, and others. Today, we will consider the Xbar Theory under government and binding, that is popularly called the Almighty G. Chomsky, 1981 and 82, distinguishes two types of perspective in the study of grammar. And these are the rule system and the systems of principles. How many types? Two. He distinguishes two types, namely the rule systems and the systems of principles. Don't forget that our topic is what? X theory. Now, X theory can be described under the system of principles. But before then, we have to look at the first aspect. Chomsky introduces two perspectives, two aspects, and these are the rule system and the systems of principles. Now, the first aspect has to be discussed, although we are going to do that very briefly. Now we talk about two. There are, yes, one is the rule systems, and the second is systems of principle. On the rule systems, we have three aspects, three categories. The first one is the lexicon. Then the second is the grammar, the syntax. And the third is the interpretative components. Now we have to briefly discuss this. Now the first is the lexicon. Now when we talk about the lexicon, we are just talking about the total list of words in a language. Every language has list of words. And if we are to discuss the lexicon, there are other features that must be discussed. And one of these features is the phonological shape of the lexical item. The phonological what? The phonological shapes of the lexical items. Now, the phonological shapes have to do with the pronunciation of words. That is under the lexicon. Apart from the phonological shapes, we also have what we call the semantic properties. What do we have? Yes, the semantic properties of the lexical items. What is that one? What is the meaning of that? The semantic properties have to do with the meanings of the lexical items. Apart from the semantic properties, we have another one we call syntactic features. And these syntactic features have to do with the grammar. Then besides the lexicon, we have the syntax. Chomsky divides the syntax into the best component and the transformational components. Again, we have the fourth division, and that has to do with the PF, phonetic form component, and the L form, the logical form. The logical form is otherwise called correct level of presentation. The correct level of what? Presentation. Now we've considered the first aspects of Chomsky's grammar under the GB. The second one is systems of principles. Systems of principles. Don't forget that the Xbar theory is under the system of principles. Now, there are many systems, or some of the systems are one, the X theory. Now, the X theory can be called the Xbar theory. If I do want to call it the Xbar theory, I can also call it XP theory. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you come across the Xbar theory, and you can also consider it as the X theory as well as the XP theory. Besides this, we have the case theory, control theory, the case theory, control theory. We also have theta theory, the theta theory. We have government theory, and we have the bounding theory as well as the binding theory. Now, let's look at the Xbar theory. The Xbar theory. The Xbar theory was first introduced into grammatical analysis by Chomsky, Noam Chomsky, in 1970. Noam Chomsky introduced it through his article titled Remarks on Normalization. Now, apart from that, it was popularized by Jackendorf, 1977. Xbar theory is very crucial to government and binding, in the sense that it accounts for word order. Besides this, it determines the configuration of the D structure. The D structure, of course, you've come across the D structure as well as the surface structure. Now, what is the main thrust of the Xbar theory? Of course, the Xbar theory was propounded in order to remedy the inadequacies of the PSG, which is phrase structure grammar. Phrase structure grammar. Now, within phrase structure grammar, we have only two recognized ultimate categories. Two recognized ultimate category, the lexical category as well as the phrasal category. The lexical category as well as the phrasal category. PSG was too restrictive. Of course, you just have the minimal category and what? And the maximal category. You have the for instance, the phrase. You may have the NP, noun phrase, directly connected to the N. You have the VP, directly, the note just straight to the V, the V and the rest. Now, for instance, look at this example. So, this example is to ascertain the fact that PGS, that is phrase structure grammar, is too restrictive. Look at it. We have the NP, determinant, adjective, and noun. The foolish young man. Only everything is on this NP. Everything borders on that. And then there is no intermediate category. All the same, everything, this is called the maximal category. And all these ones are called the minimal category. So from the maximal category directly projected to the minimal category without any intermediate. So now the string, okay, let's just look at this. The string, foolish young man, cannot form a constituent. The NP dominates, from the diagram we see that the NP dominates everything. The determinants and the rest of the word. For instance, also have a look at this. Now, what is the major, what is the major point? Why did Noam Chomsky propound the Xbar theory? Yes, he propounded the Xbar theory to correct the inadequacies of phrase structure, which only allows the maximal category and the minimal category. But with the Xbar theory, we have what we call the intermediate category. Thank you. God bless.